magsisimula pa lang na entrepreneurs at the public at large. Pakishare na rin po sa inyong mga kaibigan, kapamilya, katrabaho na kailangan mag-file ng annual report sa SEC. Just like our Facebook Live video and hit that share button. To formally open our webinar this afternoon, we are joined by no less than our investor champion, SEC Chairperson Emilio B. Aquino, for his welcome remarks.
Our partners in the SEC campaign network, from the government sector, the Commission on Higher Education, the Department of Education, the Overseas Workers Welfare will continue to devise ways and improve its current initiatives as a benchmark for the ease of doing business in the bureaucracy. I sincerely hope that through this webinar, online transactions using eFast will provide an efficient and rewarding experience, which will ensure maximum compliance from our stakeholders, so that together we will say, it's easy at SEC. Thank you and mabuhay!
Thank you very much, Chairperson Aquino. Sa ilang saglit lamang, ipapakita na namin ang step-by-step procedure para sa enrollment ng isang korporasyon at ang authorized filer nito. Gayon din, CC Philippines. Sundan din ang aming Twitter account at TikTok at SEC_Philippines. At syempre, bisitahin din ang aming website, www.sec.gov.ph. Nandyan po lahat ng announcements, advisories laban sa mga hindi autorisadong investment schemes, memorandum circulars, maging ang mga form na kinakailangan ninyo, gaya ng general information sheet, at marami pang impormasyon. Now, to walk us through the process, we will be joined by no less than the Director of the SEC Information and Communications Department. Let's all welcome Mr. Oliver Chato.
OST is a web-based submission and receiving system for corporations' repertorial requirements such as annual financial statements, or AFS, and the General Information Sheet, or GIS. It allows corporations to comply with these requirements without printing several copies of their reports and physically bringing them to the offices of the SEC. Ang bagong sistema ng pagpapasa ng annual report sa SEC ay binuo at inilunsad sa ilalim ng mandato ng komisyon na itaguyod ang ease of doing business sa bansa sa ilalim ng Republic Act No. 11232 o ang Revised Corporation Code of the Philippines. Naaayon din ang inisyatibong ito sa Zero Contact Policy at Automation ng business-related transactions na hinihiling ng Republic Act No. 11032 o ang Ease of Doing Business and Efficient Government Service Delivery Act of 2018. We also consider the OST as an important step towards promoting sustainability in the corporate sector. In 2020 alone, the SEC received more than 6,800,000 pages of AFS and GIS. This number translates to 34 tons of paper made from 137 tons of wood cut from 820 trees, which could have absorbed more carbon dioxide from the air we breathe. Napapanahon din ang paglulungsad ng OST sa gitna ng pandemya at patuloy na dumaraming kaso ng COVID-19. Dahil maaari nang magpasa ng inyong mga report online, hindi nyo na kailangang lumabas pa at maiiwasan ang pagtitipon-tipon na maraming tao sa mga tanggapan ng SEC. In developing the OST, our goal was simple: to make filing as easy as SEC. With OST, you can just sign up, e-file, and confirm. The first step, sign up, refers to the one-time mandatory enrollment of the corporation and its authorized filer in the OST. The second step, e-file, refers to the submission of reports. And the third step, confirm, refers to the final acceptance of the report submitted by the authorized filer and its availability through the same system. Para makapagpasa ng report gamit ang OST, kailangan muna mag-enroll ang kumpanya at ang authorized filer nito. Bago ang lahat, ihanda muna ang lahat ng impormasyon at dokumentong kinakailangan, gaya ng nakasaad sa SEC Memorandum Circular No. 3, Series of 2021, kinakailangan magpasa ng scanned copies ng 1. Board Resolution. Isinasaad ng dokumentong ito kung sino ang autorisadong magpasa ng report ng korporasyon, alinsunod sa napagkasunduan ng Board of Directors or Trustees ng corporation. Kung sa gayon, ang dokumentong ito ay ini-issue at pinipirmahan ng mga miyembro ng Board of Directors or Trustees na sumang-ayon o bumoto para rito. Kailangang manotaryuhan ito. Sa halip ng Board of Resolution, maaari ring Secretary Certificate ang ipasa. Ang dokumentong ito ay ini-issue at nilalagdaan lamang ng Corporate Secretary. Sa dokumentong ito, pinapatunayan ng Corporate Secretary na nagkakasundo at naglabas ng resolusyon ang Board of Directors or Trustees na nagbibigay otoridad sa authorized filer na ipasa ang report ng korporasyon sa SEC. Kailangang manotaryuhan din ito. Please note that you have to use the approved templates for the board resolution and secretary certificate. Just go to the OST website at sifs-ost.sec.gov.ph and click the download links just below the login or registration form. Number 2, MC28 Report or GIS version 2020. Maliban sa board resolution or secretary certificate, ihanda rin ang kopya ng report na ipinasa ng korporasyon alinsunod sa SEC Memorandum Circular No. 28, Series of 2020. Nakalagay dito ang official at alternate email addresses and mobile phone numbers ng korporasyon. Ang ibinigay na official email address ang gagamitin ng korporasyon sa pag-enroll sa OST. Huwag mag-alala kung wala ka pang natatanggap na acknowledgement mula sa SEC para sa ipinasang report. Ang mahalaga, pareho ang detalyeng nakalagay sa ipinasang report bilang pagtugon sa MC28 sa ipapasang kopya para sa enrollment sa OST. Sa halip nito, maaari ring ipasa ang General Information Sheet o GIS version 2020 o notification update form sa kaso ng foreign corporations. These should be images of the actual submitted copies whose form is dictated by their respective MCs. These should be scanned and submitted as a multi-page PDF high-resolution scan, at least 100 by 100 dpi. Kapag handa na ang mga dokumento, maaari ka na mag-proceed sa enrollment. Buksan ang inyong browser at pumunta sa OST website. Piliin ang Enroll as Company. Ibigay ang pangalan ng korporasyon o SEC registration number nito gaya ng nakasaad sa Certificate of Incorporation or Articles of Incorporation at pindutin ang Search. Piliin ang korporasyon sa listahang lalabas, tsaka pindutin ang Verify. Searching for a company name or registration number is a prerequisite step to enrollment. It allows us to map the current enrolling company to our existing records. If a name cannot be found, it means that there are some deficiencies or inconsistencies with the existing records for that company that we still need to cleanse, which we are currently in the process of doing. You will have to fill out the form with all your details, and this will have to be reviewed by us before you can proceed to complete enrollment. Kung gayon, maaari ka pa rin magpatuloy. Ilagay lamang ang buong pangalan ng korporasyon sa search box kasama ang corporation o corp, incorporated o inc, o OPC. Saka pindutin ang search. Pindutin ang lalabas na mensahe upang magpatuloy. Mag-nominate ng username, email address at password para sa company account at saka pindutin ang submit. Pagkatapos nito, magpapadala ang SEC ng confirmation link sa email address ng korporasyon. I-check ang spam folder or updates at promotions tab ng inyong email kung hindi agarang makita ang email mula sa SEC. Pindutin lamang ang confirmation link at mag-login sa OST gamit ang username at password na ibinigay kanina. Ngayon, kompletuhin ang profile ng korporasyon, ibigay lamang ang mga hinihinging impormasyon tulad ng principal office address, contact person, official email address at phone number. Tandaan na dapat pareho ang email address ng contact person sa email address na nakalagay sa report na ipinasa bilang pagtugon sa SEC Memorandum Circular No. 28 Series of 2020. Also, please pay attention to the required fields and input formats. Please note that authorized filer should be a person and not a company. The same should be followed in the board resolution and/or secretary certificate. Sa parehong form, i-upload ang report na ipinasa ng korporasyon bilang pagtugon ng SEC Memorandum Circular No. 28 Series of 2020. Kapag nabigay na ang mga hinihinging impormasyon, pindutin ang Submit. Kapag kompleto at tama ang mga impormasyon at dokumentong ibinigay, makakatanggap ang korporasyon ng email mula sa SEC para i-confirm ang enrollment nito. Sa puntong ito, maaari nang gamitin ng korporasyon ang kanyang account para magpasa ng report. Sakaling kulang o mali ang mga dokumentong isinumite, magpapadala ang SEC ng email na magsasaad kung ano pa ang kailangang ipasa upang makumpleto ang inyong enrollment. In the meantime, maaari ka na mag-add ng authorized filers. Pindutin lamang ang Add Authorized Filer. Ibigay ang pangalan ng authorized filer kasama ang contact details nito. Tandaan na ang email address ng authorized filer ay siya ring gagamitin ito upang makapag-enroll at login sa OST. I-upload ang board resolution o secretary certificate na nagpapatunay na otorisado ang idinagdag na filer saka pindutin ang submit. Tiyakin na ang i-upload ng board resolution or secretary certificate ay naaayon sa template na dinownload mula sa OST website. As a prerequisite, an enrolled company must nominate you as their authorized filer. Once they have filled up the online form on their company settings dashboard with your data like your email address, an email will be sent to your email notifying you that you were registered by a company as a filer. Kapag natanggap na to, tumungo lamang sa OST website at sa pagkakataong ito, piliin ang Enroll as Filer. Ibigay ang hinihinging impormasyon tulad ng kumpletong pangalan, email address at napiling password. Again, please pay attention to required fields and input formats. Also, please ensure that the email address you enter is the one nominated by the company designating you as their authorized filer. Matapos kumpletuhin ang form, pindutin ang Submit. Tulad ng enrollment para sa korporasyon, magpapadala rin ng SEC ang confirmation link sa email address ng authorized filer. Tingnan ang spam folder o updates at promotions tabs ng email sakaling di makita kagad ang email mula sa SEC. Pindutin lang ang confirmation link. Huwag kalimutan ang username at password na ginamit para sa enrollment dahil ito rin ang gagamitin upang makapag-login at makapagpasa ng mga report gamit ang OST. Isang beses lang kailangan magparehistro ang korporasyon sa OST, ngunit maaari itong magpalit o magdagdag ng authorized filer. Kailangan lamang nitong mag-login sa OST at pindutin ang Add Authorized Filer. Maaring magtalaga ng kahit sa ilang authorized filer ang isang korporasyon, pero isang filer lamang ang magiging aktibo. Pwedeng i-activate o deactivate ng korporasyon ang authorized filer anumang oras depende sa pangangailangan nito. A single authorized filer can also be nominated by several different corporations. This models the arrangement where a company outsources its filing to a firm. Accordingly, law, consultancy, and other firms providing related services to corporations are also allowed to enroll as authorized filers. Kapag nakapag-enroll na ang authorized filer, otomatiko nang magpapakita sa account niya ang iba pang korporasyon na magtatalaga sa kanya bilang authorized filer. As you may already know, there are two types of accounts in OST. The company account for the SEC registered corporation and the authorized filer account for the nominated and enrolled filer who can make form and document submissions on behalf of the company. A single authorized filer can be nominated by several different corporations. Once enrolled, the authorized filer can now submit documents on behalf of the company. Bago magsimula, ihanda ang annual financial statements, GIS, o kung anumang report ang ipapasa gamit ang OST. Section 6 of MC3 covering the accuracy and completeness of the above-mentioned applicable reports lies with the filers of the authorized signatories. SEC will only conduct a review on the quality of the images of submitted documents and any technical errors on actual computer files submitted. Maaari mo ring makita sa OST account mo kung anong file type ang kailangan para sa report na ipapasa. Kung magpapasa ka ng General Information Sheet or GIS, halimbawa, dalawang format ang kailangan mong ihanda. Una na dyan, ang multi-page PDF with text layer. I-download lang ang GIS form sa SEC website, ibigay ang mga hinihinging impormasyon gamit ang Microsoft Excel o ang katumbas nitong application. Sa Microsoft Excel, pindutin lang ang file, piliin ang Save As, hanapin ang folder kung saan nais i-save ang file at i-type ang file name nito. Sa baba nito, makikita ang Save As File Type, piliin lamang ang PDF. Para naman sa pangalawang format, i-print lamang ang nasagutang GIS, papirmahan at ipanotaryo. Pagkatapos nito, iscan ang napirmahan at nanotaryong GIS saka i-save bilang PDF. Hindi dapat bababa sa 100 by 100 dpi ang resolution para malinaw at mabasa ang scanned copy ng ipapasang GIS. Kapag handa na ang ipapasang report, mag-login sa OST sa cefs-ost.sec.gov.ph. Buksan ang forms at piliin ang Upload New Form. Magpapakita ang pop-up o Moodle window gaya ng nakikita nyo ngayon. Kung authorized filer ka ng dalawa o higit pang korporasyon, piliin kung alin sa kanila nakapangalan ang report na ipapasa. Upon selection, you will be presented with an option to select the type of form. Piliin ang tamang form at sunod na ibigay ang mga hinihinging impormasyon base sa report na ipapasa. Pagkatapos nito, pindutin ang upload, piliin ang report mula sa iyong files. The progress will be displayed as a notification at the bottom of the pop-up or Moodle window. Upon successful upload, you will see the document you just uploaded added to the list. Pindutin ang submit o edit. Dito, maaari mong makita at baguhin ang mga detalye o palitan ang file na in-upload kung kinakailangan. You can save changes or edits by changing the inputs and then clicking on the button labeled Save at the lower right-hand side of the form data. Once you're satisfied with the changes, you can click Submit. You can confirm your submission in the pop-up or Moodle window that appears. Once confirmed, the browser will load the pages listing all of the forms you've uploaded. The status of the form you just confirmed is now submitted. You can click on the button labeled View at the right-hand side of the row of your uploaded form in the list to review your form information. Magpapadala ang SEC ng automatic reply sa email address ng authorized filer bilang inisyal na kumpirmasyon ng ipinasang report. Tandaan, nadadaan pa ang report sa pagsusuri ng SEC Electronic Records Management Division upang masiguro na malinaw at nababasa ang ipinasang report. Kapag katanggap-tanggap ang ipinasang report, magpapadala ang SEC ng QR code sa authorized filer. Magsisilbing patunay ang QR code na tinanggap ng komisyon ang ipinasang report. If there are any issues with the form submission, you will also be informed via email and the needed revisions will be specified. The form will be reopened for editing. You can make the necessary revisions and resubmit. You will again receive an email notification of your resubmission. Once the form is accepted, you will be informed via email that the form submission has been reviewed and accepted. As mentioned in MC3, Series 2021, the reckoning date of receipt of reports is the date the report was initially submitted to the OST if the filed report is compliant with the existing requirements. A report which was reverted or rejected is considered not filed or received. Makikita at maaari ring ma-download ang ipinasang report sa Forms section ng OST. Ang bawat pahina ng report na mada-download sa OST ay may watermark at maaaring magsilbing receiving copy ng korporasyon. Please note that the OST represents for us a start in terms of moving towards full remote and automated submission and communications between you, our transacting public, and us. It is by no means an end product, and we appreciate your feedback as it allows us to incrementally and iteratively move closer to our goal of providing the best mode and quality of service to you. In this slide, I look forward to your questions which have equally helped us understand your experience and make the necessary adjustments. Thank you.
Maraming salamat, Director Oliver. Step E-File refers to the submission of reports. The third step, Confirm, refers to the final acceptance of the report submitted by the authorized filer and its availability through the same system. Pero naiintindihan po namin na marami sa atin ang naninibago at nangangailangan ng panahon para aralin ang pagbabago nito. Ngunit gaya po ng sinabi namin, ginagawa ng komisyon ng lahat ng makakaya nito para alalayan kayo sa transition na ito. Due to register and file reports online, how to sign up and upload reports, how to navigate the portal, even the step-by-step procedure. I think we can ask Director Oliver Chato on the first question. Sir?
Yes, thank you, AD Journal. Kindly please check our SEC Contact Center and the tutorial video as just presented. That's available on the EFAST website at or the OST website, which is the same, at the URL that the AD Journal mentioned earlier. Thank you.
Now we'll go to our next question. How to efficiently use the online submission tool and who can assist us with the entire process if we have problems on online filing. Is there a hotline where we can consult? That is the first question. Meron pong follow-up question. What are the other options if the system is down? If the internet is down, will there be a drop box for the reports, or is online submission operational 24/7? In the event of error and we're not able to file our report on time, can we still file manually? So those are two questions, and it will be answered by Assistant Director Isma Gonzalez.
Thank you very much for the question, AD Journal. For the first question, any problem in online submission may be referred to the SEC Contact Center, where we have 9 hotline numbers. 7 will answer for the enrollment issues and processes, and 2 for submission process. For the next question, I would like to reiterate the procedure that we have already and continuously offering both the online and manual submission for the last 1 year when we launched the OST or the EPAS in March 15, 2021. Now that it's 1 year na, we will be glad to onboard everybody in the EFAS implementation. For March 1, 2022, we have the full implementation of the EFAS. No submission over the counter and through mail will be accommodated by the ICTD.
Well, thank you very much. So I think that's very clear. Napagbigyan po tayo ng isang taon na binigyan tayo ng option. Ngayon po ay fully operational at ay papapatupad na po ang EFAS, which is purely online filing. We go to our third question. Please include steps for OPC. I think this is one-person corporation also, and not just regular corporations. Ma'am Isma, I think it's regards to filing pa rin.
Yes.
On the OST and the EFAS.
The appointment of officers for the OPC and the AFS are now being accommodated in the EFAS. No, we have you can just choose from among the form type or the submission form type in the EFAS. It's stated there AFS for OPC or appointment of officer for OPC. However, for other reports that are required by to be submitted by OPC, which are not yet available in the e-pass, you can file those reports in our email through ictdsubmission@sec.gov.ph. We will also acknowledge acceptance of those reports. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now, on to our fourth question. How should I know if the system notifies me whenever I submit a report or meet the requirements? Is there any confirmation, pop-ups, or emails that the system received the uploaded documents? Sir Herbert?
Thank you, sir. Well, on those concern, an automatic email for the temporary confirmation that the system received the reports will be issued to the email of the filer. For the review of the reports, final confirmation is through the issuance of QR code for the receipt of your submissions. Thank you, sir.
Okay. We have a very short question. Is it compulsory to use the OST or the e-fast nga? May we ask Director Chato on this?
Yes, it's compulsory to use OST or eFast.
Okay. So, can we go to a Facebook question first from our viewers from Facebook? The Facebook question comes from Manolo Romero. The question goes, we have done all the procedures successfully activated, but after it was eventually suspended. So bakit daw po? So I'll repeat the questions. They have done all the procedures and it was successfully activated, but eventually it was suspended. So they were asking what was the problem on this. So anyone can answer?
I'll take the question, sir.
Thank you, Sir Herbert.
Actually, in the processing of the review of those submission or enrollment, we do have some kind of post-audit being done for those submissions. So in any case that we have a findings on it, we tag it as an on hold for the company or the filers to comply with the requirements as required in the NC 28 and NC 3. Okay, that's all, sir.
Okay, so we now go on to the next question. When it comes to this yearly reporting of every company, why is it that always changing the name or our way on how to file the docs to SEC? So I think it's a question of changing nomenclature from OST, now it's eFast. So Director Chato, can we shed light on this?
Yes, the change of name between from OST to eFast came about as siguro the expansion of our scope or of our or the functionalities that we're looking to implement on eFast, no, as part of the Commission's digitalization effort to automate all its processes, and as part of the initiative of the government to simplify its processes for easy access. Please also note that if you have already registered previously in OST from last year, that you don't need to re-enroll for eFast. Thank you, Joyna.
Thank you, Director Chato. We have a follow-up question, Direk. The question is this eFast filing only because of the pandemic, or will this be a permanent policy?
Yes, the SEC initiative to automate its processes through its digitalization and digital transformation initiatives is a permanent policy. So electronic filing is not just because of the pandemic, although heavily spurred by it, but it will be permanent.
Okay, we go to our question. The question is on the OST or the eFast ngayon po yan. Ang tanong po is what are the compliance needed to be filed with the OST? And will this tool be used to announce the compliance of the company that needs to be accomplished? Will there be a notice or when and the due date of uploading of this compliance? So it's the filing of the OST. Ma'am Isma?
Memorandum Circular Number 3, Series of 2021, state that the different reports that has to be submitted in the EPAS. However, we have additional reports as we go along with the implementation. We have additional reports stated in the list of reports that you can choose from among those reports available in the EPAS. So, nandun na po sa ating EPAS listing ang mga reports na pwede nyo nang i-submit. Once it is there, you can just choose among those lists. However, if the report that you're filing is not available or hindi nyo nakita dun sa listahan natin sa EPAS, pwede nyo naman po siyang isubmit sa ICTD submission at sec.gov.ph. And we will still acknowledge those reports. So, dalawa lang po yung ating pagpipilian. It's either the EFAS or the ICTD submission at sec.gov.ph. Thank you po.
Thank you very much. Now, we have a question from Facebook Live. I'll just have to... we have submitted the GIS through the OST, and seems like we do not, I'm just trying to read it, we do not push through. I have submitted since an email to the SEC notifying them and acknowledging the GIS. Do we still need to submit through OST, or how do we get the report and report and the barcode as confirmation receipt? So that's the question.
I'll take the question.
Okay, Ma'am Isma.
Okay, for those that has a problem, no, in the enrollment or submission of report in the OST, once you find your report in the list of required reports submitted to OST or EFAS, then hindi nyo pa siya pwedeng isubmit sa email or sa kahit na saang proseso. You have to enroll yourself in the EFAS or the OST, do the enrollment, have it confirmed, and then submit it to OST. In your case po, you have to submit your GIS in the EFAS because GIS is one of the reports, it's one of the report that is being submitted na po in OST. Thank you.
Thank you very much. I think that's very clear. Kailangan po i-submit through the OST or the EFAS na ngayon.
Yes, EFAS. Let's use EFAS.
Another question, documentation of the step-by-step process, including the requisites as to the file format, and what is the required file format? Can we direct this to Director Oliver, please?
One thing. Yes, thank you, AD Journal. The step-by-step process is available as our video tutorial at the EFAS website. As to the file format of each report, there's a link on what form to use for each data resource available in the list of reports to be submitted in EFAS. And there are also there's also the memorandum circulars on EFAS that are available on the website as well, the SEC website. Thank you, AD Journal.
Okay. You kindly follow the tutorial video for the EPAS submission, enrollment and submission. It is available immediately once you go to the EFAS website. No? Nakalagay po doon ang ating video tutorial. You just click it and then you will find the same video that we have presented this afternoon. It is a step-by-step procedure on how to do the process for the EPAS. Kasi hindi natin pwedeng uulitin na naman natin, i-emphasize lahat yung steps. You just follow the video and then hindi po kayo maliligaw once na sinunod nyo ang step-by-step procedure dun sa aming video. For